Good evening. I am Jack Fujii, and welcome to the fourth session of Agriculture 194C, Focus on Agriculture. Focus on Agriculture is a one-credit course offered by your College of Agriculture, Forestry, and Natural Resource Management here at the University of Hawaii at Hilo. And we come to you live every Thursday evening from the television studios located in the Mookini Library here on the University of Hawaii at Hilo campus. Before I go on, if I could have the Elmo, if any of you have to get a hold of me, there are several ways that you can get a hold of me. One is by snail mail at UH Hilo, Kaffnarm, 200 West Kauili Street, Hilo, Hawaii, 96720-4091. Or by phone, there are two phone numbers that you can get a hold of me. One is 933-0850, and you can leave a message there if I'm not in. The other number is the office number, 974-7393, and you can also get a hold of me by fax at 974-7674. And for those of you on the email, you can email me at jfujii@hawaii.edu. That's probably the best way to get a hold of me. For those of you who are taking the course for credit, don't forget the recipes are due. That is your local recipe, proven recipe is due on March 31st, which is a Wednesday. And remember, if you don't submit your local recipe, then you will be docked one letter grade. Since we are coming to you live this evening at approximately 8 p.m., those of you in the viewing audience, and of course those of you here in the classroom, can ask questions of our guests this evening. So I hope you jot some questions down and give us a call at approximately 8 p.m. And those of you on the outer islands, you can call us collect. We have another very interesting presentation for you this evening. Tonight we are featuring the Big Island Korean Club. So we're going to do some Korean cooking. And my guests this evening are my good friend and colleague Youngki Hahn, Professor of Economics here at the University of Hawaii at Hilo, and also a member of the Big Island Korean Club. Joining Youngki, we have Sun Morita. And Morita, you can wave your hand, okay. And then we have Jena Lim, and they are going to do some Korean cooking for us. So I'm going to turn the class over to Youngki and the chefs there.
Good evening. Obviously, we'd like to thank Professor Fujii giving us opportunity to some of the Korean dishes tonight. And tonight, basically, we're going to prepare, 6 dishes. And the first is divided in 2 groups. One is Namul, N-A-M-U-L. And Namul is basically a vegetable dish, is an American dish salad equivalent. And this Namul, 3 different kind of Namul, very easy to cook, and very, of course, nutritious. These days we're all healthy conscious, and they're very, very quick to do it and has a very unique taste as well. So we're going to start with the Namul group. Sun Morita is going to start with the first one will be bean sprout Namul, and followed by it's a green bean sprout, but the second one we're going to use the soybean sprout Namul, and third category will be cucumber Namul. So let's get started. Sun, you're going to start with
bean sprout.
Bean sprout,
yes.
Right?
I already washed the bean sprout at home, and then I'm going to put it in the pot, little bit water, and then put some little bit salt. And the
boiling water,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And how long you gonna cook that? Not really.
No,
long.
When you cook, if steam come out, you already
That's it.
That's it.
Just get
Mhm.
out.
And then also I'm going to mix with that watercress. I just boiled it. What you do is you just boil the water, you put watercress, turn over, and then put it in the ice water, come green like this. No?
In other words,
You just
You
boil the water, just
boil the water.
put the watercress and the turn over already.
how long do you cook?
Just right away. Soon as you boil the water, you
Just dump it,
Uh-huh.
bake it, and,
And
then
then-
take it out
yes,
and
sir.
put
Just
it in
a ton
a
of-
cold
uh-huh.
water
And they-
so
like
the
this.
color
Yeah,
is green.
like I showed.
All right.
and then we cut it. And
So
then I'm gonna
Youngki-
put some little bit green onion.
This namul is eaten before the main dish, generally.
Yeah.
Not really. In Korea,
This is a side dish.
meals are served
This is a side dish.
simultaneously, with the rice, of course, being the main, and along with it, there will be a different vegetable
Not yet,
namul. And
until
then, of course,
steam
there are
come out.
meat dishes and so on. They simultaneously
steam
they
come
serve
out,
it.
okay.
So it's a little bit different style. American style, you go restaurant or what have you, they usually bring a salad, right? So you finish the salad, then waiter comes around, give you main dishes and so on and so forth. But many cases, including Korean cuisine,
You wait.
including Japanese, Chinese, they bring most of dish prepared at the same time, so that when they are eating rice, they can eat the side dishes. So namul is considered as a side, one of the side vegetable dish.
I see.
So now, while you are making
You-
that
you boil-
green
yeah.
sprout,
No, I
you're
make only
preparing it,
bean
yeah?
sprout.
Bean sprout, just boiling, right?
Just boil.
But seems like it's taking quite a bit of time. You don't take it out right away, no?
No, steam has to come
Oh,
out.
steam
if
gotta
steam
come out.
doesn't come out, not cooked yet.
Oh, I see.
Okay, now steam start coming out. Huh?
So meanwhile, of course, you prepared green onion, and this is a
Yes.
watercress, right? This is also
Okay.
lightly boiled.
As you see, like
Oh,
this.
A little
like
bit
this.
of water, right? It
Yeah,
wasn't
only
too much
little
of
bit water.
Yeah.
Jena can turn it off the stove.
So the bean sprouts are not submerged in the water,
No,
just a
it's
little
just-
bit water. I see.
You're gonna
Right.
drain the water.
짜잖아요.
And
Okay.
where is the? 여기다가.
Strains.
Drain this. Here.
So Youngki, what are some of
I
the
gotta use
activities of the
bean
Korean
sprout over
club?
there, so.
Korean Club obviously is one of the cultural organizations. So
Like this
we
here.
do-
And then I already cut the green onion. And the watercress.
Okay.
I already put little bit salt. So, and then
I think
Garlic.
Yeah, interesting thing is let's see what you did. This is
garlic.
garlic
I already chopped the garlic.
chopped finely.
This much. Little bit.
Yeah, okay.
And then I'm going to put sesame
What's
seed.
that? Sesame seed.
Just put.
That's not raw sesame seed.
No, this
is
already roasted and pounded.
roasted and pounded. All
Yes.
right.
And then put little bit black
Of
pepper.
Black pepper. All right.
And then sesame oil.
Now this is a critical. Now wait a minute. Wait. You just put it, or do you measure, or is that too much?
No,
too
because
little?
when people see that, they can know the more or less.
It's about
Like this
tablespoon.
Teaspoon.
No, teaspoon. The tablespoon.
Yeah,
that
depends.
tablespoon?
Tablespoon. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to mix with the hand. This is taste better.
Oh, I see.
So
At least you can mix all the
Yeah,
spices
yeah,
thoroughly.
I
right?
already put the salt in it, so supposed to be.
That is an excellent dish for vegetarians.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
you could
this is
do
people
that.
they
100%
like.
vegetarian.
Because sesame seed oil has a little
And
strong
And
flavor,
then
right?
little bit
So-
of that soy sauce is taste better. If you don't want, you don't have to put. But I always do for the tasty.
tablespoon.
And
Smells
I
good.
think we need a little bit salt because I didn't put much salt.
Susan,
Yes.
can I ask you one question? As you cook this, do you usually taste as you cook?
At home I do, but over here I can't.
Why not?
And this guessing, and then
Is any
once-
chief taste?
also you
person?
can add on that
This is already
carrot.
done.
You can add on carrot. You slice carrot like shred carrot.
Shredded
You put,
carrots
yeah.
to add
can
some
add
color.
that,
Yeah, you can add on.
But actually, you can add any vegetable you want. Yeah. But basically, though,
No,
this is the ingredient,
only
huh?
here you only can add carrots,
Carrots.
not something else. No.
Well, Jack, you wanna taste?
And then you gotta taste. I don't know how salty it is, but
No guarantee, huh?
no guarantee.
Shall I take a little?
What about chopstick?
That's a barbarian way of doing it, right?
I don't know.
Excellent.
Actually, I don't know taste, so you can taste the.
You sure?
Very good.
Let me see.
And
I'll
then
make sure that your dad is a chef, right? If you use a finger, you can use a finger.
I only guessing so
Maybe we
salt.
can get the
I don't-
camera on the students here.
You gotta make a big. That's a unique taste, huh? Oh, that's good.
Taste okay? Enough if so. Always at home, not enough salt. You
Any
can add on.
vegetarians? You know?
Add on salt.
So, I was imagining
Add to
this,
taste.
you know. The whole thing took about 8 minutes.
Right away.
do
So
it.
as you see, it's it don't take too long. And then
Put
after
that on
then,
the
put
front
over here.
table.
Over there?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
And then this time I'm going to make
내가 얘기를 볼게.
okay.
Okay, now,
soybean.
similar one, almost exactly the same, except this time we are going to use a
Chili pepper.
different kind of namul. This is basically soybean
turn on the-
sprout.
turn on the-
And can I look at the flavor a little bit? Let me see.
Soybean.
Just put it in there.
I already washed.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. Just put it in there. You see,
I already
soybean
washed.
is a little bit different than, as you can
Come
see
from
there.
Korea.
From the so-called mung bean, so-called green bean sprout. You know, the green bean sprout is sprout coming out of the mung bean. Have you seen mung bean? The small, tiny mung bean? That's green. This is a soybean sprout, and somehow soybean sprout is not as popular in Hawaii for somehow, and so you don't see this kind of soybean sprout anywhere, everywhere. It's unique to some in Korean, and usually the families, they don't like this, the root part, because you tend to get stick together. So they do some preparation involved. My wife always make me to cut this off like this, you know, which I hate to do that. I have to do that. But today, I don't know, are you going to cut this? Or
No,
you're going to use it?
no, I'm not going
too
to.
lazy, so.
This is actually is better for you.
You see
so
that? All that
lately we
tangle?
don't cut it.
All right,
So
all right.
once I did
Valuable.
same as a bean sprout, you
Okay.
put some little bit water, and then
Do the same thing.
yeah,
as we
same
did,
thing,
right? All
but
right.
this time little bit different. And then I'm going to put some salt.
You know, Youngki, after tonight, maybe this soybeans bean sprout will be very popular.
Yeah.
You're going
And
to
the
introduce
cup.
all of the state of Hawaii about soybean
Well, you can
sprout.
have a
namu.
soybean sprout is served in Korean restaurant in Honolulu and so on, or Los Angeles.
then-
Any Korean restaurant will have a soybean sprout, but somehow it's not widely popular or introduced to the local
Green
people.
onion I already washed, cleaned and washed. So this time green onion you cut a different way. Cut maybe this way,
Sideways. Ah.
maybe a little bit bigger.
Is there any reason why you do that?
Look more pretty nice.
Only a cosmetic. I see. Okay. There's nothing to do with the taste, right? By the way, one of the characteristics of Korean cooking is that they use a lot of green onion. Almost anything is green onion or garlic. Yeah? And of course, chili pepper. So,
This one also wait
now
until
we're waiting for steam to come out.
Steam
All
to
right.
come out.
We got that, right? Steam to come out. Yeah. All right. And meanwhile, you
So
cut the.
I cut this one and
Alright.
the same as you put some garlic
Yeah.
and the chili powder, same thing.
Now.
But this time, you don't have to put the black pepper. Bean sprout, you can put the black pepper, but this one, I'm going to put the hot pepper, so no need.
All right. Now let me stop just a second. I want to introduce Jena.
Jena.
It's interesting because she is Korean, but she is Russian Korean. Okay. She immigrated. How long you been?
For almost 17 months.
17 months. That's all.
That's all.
You are from Uzbekistan.
I'm from Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan. All right. Now, but how's your Korean?
I'm 100% Korean.
No. Language-wise.
Oh, I know. I used at home in Tashkent in Uzbekistan basic Korean language,
Yeah.
but it is different than South Korean
Tell me,
language.
the Koreans in Russia, do they eat Korean food
Yes,
most of the time?
certainly. They
Now,
do.
you saw Sun cooking this namul, right?
Yeah.
Is that similar?
The same
Same
system.
way?
Yes, the
Where
same.
did
Absolutely.
where the Russians and Koreans learn this namul?
Where do you learn?
Grandma.
The same way.
That's interesting. Huh? So here is a Russian Korean. And are you 100% Korean?
I am
You are.
pure Korean.
You sure?
Positive.
I'm quite
Maybe a
happy.
little bit Chinese.
But you see, this is really interesting about food, that whether you are from Russia, born third generation or what have you, we have in fact as many as 4 million Koreans living in Russia, 3 million in China, of course 4 million in the US.
Steam is good.
And no matter where they are from,
Yeah.
they're eating the same thing, they cook just about the same way. Now is it done? Steam coming
Because
out yet?
when bean sprout, before bean sprout come, put the green onion underneath because I like a little bit cook with the steam.
Oh, I
This one
see.
little bit I
All
like
right.
to cook.
Yeah. Is the steam coming out yet, Jena?
Yes.
I'm waiting for
Come on.
steam to
Yes, it is.
If this one not cook well,
It's coming out. I see it.
you
see
gotta
it?
wait little while.
Yeah.
It's a bean sprout is less cooked, but this one.
Oh, because it's larger, you have
Larger
to
and
no, it's
steam.
not that because they get the smell.
Oh,
Big beans, that's why.
so you got to steam it a little longer.
Little
I
longer,
see. Okay.
and then when steam come out,
Do you want to open?
Because it's soybean.
Okay,
Have you
turn
ever,
off the-
have you guys ever tasted soybean raw? You know the unique
same
taste?
thing.
Yeah.
You gotta drain this
So
one.
if it's not cooked enough, then you can taste a little bit of raw soybean taste a little bit.
Oh,
So
that's okay. This one.
you
Jen.
cook a little longer
Want
than
me to
you would
one
with
can throw it
green
whole bit.
bean sprouts.
Okay, I will.
And I always love that head part, yellow part.
Okay.
It's really, really tasty.
Now
it's hot, right?
It's hot, so
So
let it
green
go.
onion is underneath. that.
Yes.
Now, let me hold this. Let me see what else. Okay, I'm gonna put this
Yeah, I'm going to put
garlic. I
some
bet
garlic.
You. Yeah. Are you Korean? Must be the garlic.
But I
all
don't
right.
put too much. But if you like, you can put more.
Yeah. And again, dash of. All
And
right.
then this time you put.
Now be careful now. All right. Wait, a half spoonful. You sure that's hot enough? A bit more? I think. Let me see. I think we need a little bit more. All right. That's what.
Sesame oil. Sesame oil.
Wow. And all you have to do is,
Mix.
where's the glove?
Oh, I gotta wear again.
Don't let men folks do this. They tend to rush into
Because
that.
no,
All right.
if a man hand is not clean, so. Okay.
Now this time,
And then look,
I'm
color is
gonna-
pretty, but also
reddish, right?
yeah,
This
also
time you don't need carrots in there because it's
This
red
one.
already.
Wow,
a different type. So,
different.
and then you don't have to put.
Chopsticks, you know?
Yeah, you don't have to put if you don't want. I put little bit soy again. I made it to Japanese husband. Everything.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know if salt is enough.
That's all right.
This one, that's all right.
Put it there. We'll get going. 시간이 모자란다. Okay.
what do you think is more popular in Korea, the bean sprout or the soybean sprout?
Bean
Namul?
sprout is more common.
Soybean
And,
we like more.
Yeah, and
Soybean we like
soybean
more.
is more popular.
Yeah,
among
we
them.
like more.
That's too bad we didn't bring chopstick, right?
How come we didn't bring the chopstick?
Because we forgot.
Do you want
That's
chopsticks?
enough. That's enough. Let me see. Now you're gonna do one more time.
No, it's
Try
okay.
that. Okay.
Next time.
Next time, you wanna try somebody?
Yes, I will, I
You
will.
never tasted it before, right? Go
Maybe
ahead.
we can get
Be
the
brave.
camera on the
Got whole
students
thing.
here.
Not, yeah. No, that's green onion.
There we go. All right.
Use a bean. Try the bean. Bean sprout, yellow part, not
But
that.
I don't know salt
That-
part.
You don't know how to do
Youngki, you're going to make them want to drink water
Yeah.
now with all that chili
it.
pepper.
Yeah, that's the way to it, yeah.
Put over there.
How's that? Not better? Very good.
Is enough salt? I cannot tell the enough salt.
So when you prepare, yeah, when you
Enough
Chili
too much
pepper.
chili pepper, well,
much chili pepper.
obviously you can control that, right?
But you
When
can
you're
adjust
cooking.
the, only I cook the Korean way.
But we're gonna go.
Now I'm going to make that
cucumber. Right?
cucumber.
Yeah, all right. I'm looking for that cucumber. You know that
this
there are
rinse.
two different type of cucumbers. Yeah. If you go store, there's a type that
I already
made
cut
and
the
kind,
cucumber.
right? And then there's a Japanese type, what they call Japanese cucumber, right? With a thorny one, slim.
Yes, yes.
That's the one we use because there's a lot more crunch. And the Sunsan had already
I already cut and
cut
then
it, but she's going
I
to show you how.
uh-huh.
This is the type, right?
This type, and then sometimes if we, skin not smooth, you can cut it away a little bit, yeah. Like something like a, okay.
So let me see. So she has already
I already
sliced
cut.
in this way, sideways too, right?
This one, I'm going to prepare first one. I'm going to use the gochujang sauce.
됐어. 됐다. 시간 있으니까 그만 쓰세요.
Okay. And then I another
You didn't
black.
put any salt or anything like that?
This one I'm gonna show them different type because I'm gonna use a hot sauce
Oh, without any salt,
without
yeah.
the
Okay.
salt. When I put the salt, I'm gonna use the chili pepper, but I'm gonna show them different type.
And you're going to add the gochujang sauce.
I need that turn up. I
This
cut.
gochujang sauce, I don't know.
And then-
This is a chili pepper based hot. It's a chili pepper based paste. It's called a gochujang sauce. And these are available at local Korean Korean stores, food stores. It's basically based on rice, chili pepper, and they marinate that or ferment. It's a fermented chili pepper sauce. And later on, you can come out and I dare you taste this. It's a pretty
Okay.
potent stuff. All right.
I'm
So
going
what
to-
are you putting?
I cut the slide that round onion.
Round onion.
Yeah, Maui
like this.
onion.
Round onion is better, huh?
Maui
Sweet,
onion sweet.
okay, and
then
then
I already cut
chives.
the chives.
Okay.
Chives.
Chives. Cut
This
the
chive is actually good for you, so you can eat lot.
Oh, yeah. Good for you, huh? All vegetables are good for you, right? Can I do this?
Okay, now. Okay.
Now be careful. Now show how much.
I'm gonna put the like this much, no?
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. All right.
I hope the students brought water tonight.
And then I need some sugar, little
This
bit
is sugar. All right.
you
Now
can
you're
use
going to put the
this,
sugar.
Sugar.
All right.
Kind of balance out that heat, huh?
Probably, huh?
And then little bit soyu. And then sesame oil.
이걸 좀 여기다 치고 나가지고 보여줘야 돼. 그렇게 치면은 알 수가 없는데.
And then some
Youngki, you
garlic.
told me that you're going to get me the recipes for this,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
Yes.
this one,
Okay.
like I show you. Bring that bowl.
Oh, smells already hot.
Tastes good actually.
Now who's going to volunteer now this one?
So when round onion, you gotta cut thin,
Thinly sliced round onion.
because when I cook, anything cook is you can cut thicker, but anything raw, you gotta
I see.
cut the thin.
So is this something that you would eat every day?
This one you can eat every day.
Okay.
Fast this one, and then some people they like it this way.
Boy, when you eat that, you got to have a lot of rice, I think.
Yeah, we eat a lot.
Actually, you notice that all these three dishes, it's relatively easy.
All the healthy
simple.
food.
Ingredients are very similar. It's a matter of degree as to how much you're going to put each of the spices. But you can vary that, of course, to your taste. Now, this one is going to be a bit of challenge. So while you guys are ready for the next one, I'm going to just go around and just have one bit of a cucumber, Jack,
Okay.
without water. Cucumber. All right.
So far, so good, but it might come after.
Cucumber.
So far,
Yeah,
so
the
good.
cucumber. Might be too hot for you, but that's okay. After all, right?
It's not hot.
Not hot.
No.
If like not enough salt,
No, it's not
like
hot.
not enough salt, you always add on soyu,
Anybody want?
and then
Try? No?
you can add on
No?
salt.
You
But
shy? Okay.
I don't put the
No?
salt
No?
because this
Oh,
is
you know?
more
Okay.
chili.
Yeah, pick up
고추장
a
소스, no?
cucumber.
Hot sauce with the soyu is more.
I see.
How's that? Yeah. The beauty, I think, beauty of this is how quickly you can really prepare this. And another thing is, nowhere in American cuisine
Kalbi, I
you're
need
going to
this.
find this kind of
Oh,
vegetable
this
dishes,
one.
right? It's a very unique, fresh,
Do you need this?
and she needs a glass of water, I think. And now these three dishes is made of three namul, and now we're going to immediately get into the main dish. First of which is what in Hawaii is well known as a kalbi. Okay, kalbi really means it's really rib, and basically the rib that we're going to use is what the locals call LA, Los Angeles kalbi. All right, the reason is that you see this, the way the rib is sliced.
You gotta wash
The traditionally real Korean kalbi, Jack, is they should be
meat gotta wash.
cutting through like this, cubic, like this. But this is sliced horizontally instead of vertically. So when you cut the rib in vertically, it becomes very thick, right? And that's a real kalbi. But somewhere, somebody in Los Angeles thought there's too much of a problem cooking evenly. It's too thick. So they came out with slicing it sideways like this. So we call it LA kalbi. And but the taste is the same. And I think the important thing is,
wash
as
once.
Susan's going to
I will
show,
wash one
the
time.
meat is meat. Of course, it's depending on the quality of meat, you can buy the meat anywhere, kalbi. The key, of course, of this kalbi, of course, is how do you prepare the marinating sauce. So I want you to pay attention as Mrs. Morita prepares the way it marinates. And then once it's marinated, the things are done, then you can soak it usually, and about 2-3 hours of marination is recommended. usually, so that it will soak in. All the ingredients will soak in. All right. Today we don't have time to, of course, wait for 3 hours. So now 시작을 하세요. 그죠? 간장 섞기.
What I did, one cup, this cup of that soyu, club soyu, I put in there, and then water, I put maybe 1/3, and then I put the 2 piece ginger. I boiled it.
Oh, you boiled the shoyu with the water. Okay.
I boiled the meantime.
How long do you boil?
I boil until really boil hard, and then I put the.
How long?
Maybe
Once you start burn to boil, then
10
about
minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Okay.
And then I put full spoon 3 honey.
Honey.
Also, there's
Wow. Okay.
3
You
honey.
use the honey. Well, of course, you can use a brown sugar too.
You can
I
use
guess.
brown sugar, but
Okay.
I use the honey with the meat.
Okay.
Reason
So,
why.
let's see.
And then I mix.
This is
the
shoyu,
boil.
and cool down. All right.
And then
And-
what I did with the pineapple juice.
Closer.
I use pineapple juice with that.
This is pineapple
garlic-
juice?
No, pineapple juice with the garlic and then round onion. 1 round onion.
One round
And
onion,
then chop it and then
garlic,
one garlic.
and then
one
pineapple
garlic.
juice, and then
And then
you
blend it.
blend it. So this is a result of a blended
Yeah.
pineapple and
gotta-
garlic and
You
onion
pour into you pour in there.
into that
Yes.
shoyu.
Yes. Why I
Alright.
put the pineapple? Because the pineapple make meat soft, tender.
Oh, meat. Some people use a papaya, right?
And
That's right,
then
papaya.
I
So you have
green
an option,
onion
of
already
course.
cut.
You can have
Green
one
onion I
scoop of
already
papaya
cut.
or pineapple. I prefer papaya, but that's okay.
And then
Where is the honey?
honey in
Oh, you
there
put
already.
in there.
I put in there, and then I showed you
What
already
else you
green
put in?
onion. Green onion.
Green onion.
I already showed you. Yeah, green onion.
You chop the
Yeah,
kind of length, yeah?
cut the length.
Instead of-
And then here
What else you put
you put some sesame seed,
in? Okay.
and then it's a sesame oil. If you don't like, you don't have to put. You can put little bit cooking oil, vegetable cooking oil. But Koreans we like a sesame oil. We put maybe 2 tablespoons.
Tablespoonful.
2 tablespoons.
Alright. But at least we don't put the
And then pepper.
pepper. Okay.
This galbi has to be put the pepper. Pepper you put how much you like.
To taste.
Yeah, to taste.
Okay.
That's all. And then you mix and then put the pineapple fruit in there.
In here?
You know why? Because the meat stay soft. So when you marinate it, and then you can.
All that?
You
What
don't
about in Russia with the pineapple?
No pineapples.
When I was in Korea,
Korea no more pineapple.
pineapple?
You can use, but I learned here.
it must be a Hawaiian style Korean galbi.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what
Is
I
that
was
right?
going to ask you.
And
if you
then-
had pineapple in Korea.
Yeah.
What you do is the.
Wait. Can I taste this a little bit?
Yeah, I think you like it.
I wash my hands, so all right. Let me see.
Make sure, are
You
you
gotta like that, and then
you really?
too much pineapple. That was good. All right, so
So you wash the one time because the blood water come out, and
Okay.
then you soak in there.
We also call that short ribs, right?
short rib.
Short ribs.
And then
Okay.
you marinate it at least 1 day before you cook. You put
Now, I think the key, is that I said it a couple of minutes ago, marinating at least 2-3 hours.
no 1 day.
But
One
if
day.
you're gonna do
One day.
if you're gonna do marinate as long as 1 day, you gotta consider remember Mrs. Morita was talking about mixing 1 full cup of shoyu with a 1/3 of water. Now, if you're gonna marinate longer, you gotta make a little more of water, obviously, because you wanna balance the taste. If you're gonna do quick marinating, maybe an hour or so, of course you don't need that much of water. Okay, so water shoyu is to make sure that
adjust.
it's not too salty, right? If you have time, yeah, one day is fine. 3 hours is okay. Just make sure that the ratio between shoyu and water is well balanced. And of course, it takes some time for all the ingredients and things go inside of the meat. Otherwise, it's not going to be tasted very well. Do you have to make a lot of massaging?
no, like
no,
that.
No, massage.
Like that, you put kaba and then you put it in the refrigerator maybe one day already inside the marinade. Yeah?
Sauce, yeah.
So already tasted there. So next day, what you do? So you cook on the charcoal. Make sure on the charcoal. So all oil go down. So meat is really brownishy and the tender and taste good. My family they love it.
Have you done some? Already cooked it?
No, I didn't.
Didn't?
No.
Now who's gonna get to keep this?
This one, your people can cook in the fry pan. Can eat. Fry pan.
Even
you
fry
cook,
pan you can do
taste,
that,
yeah. Because now,
Okay.
if we get the fry pan,
But it's better to do it on the hibachi.
Charcoal, of course. Hibachi
Okay.
or charcoal,
Okay.
yeah.
so what you do?
Okay.
This one you can cook it tomorrow.
I'm gonna
And
ask
the
you.
kaba?
I'm gonna ask you a question. How you prepare that? Everybody understand that, right? Everybody saw how to do it.
Everybody
See,
understand? And the
And of
like
course,
this, put it in the ice box.
Don't forget, Mr. Hong is going to give you a quiz after
That's
this
right.
class. So
I have some theory about this kalbi. One theory is that the more garlic you put in, it gets also tender too. And you know the Italians also love garlic, right? And the Italian cooking use a lot of garlics, but Koreans as well too. So in particular kalbi dish or bulgogi, those dishes, be generous of using garlic, because once it's in heat, the garlic smell all disappears. If you eat raw, watch out, right? But when you cook, the garlic taste and so on disappears. So don't worry about the smells or what. Put the generous garlic in there and take my word for it. Okay? Because if you don't put enough garlic, am I right? I know why Susan is laughing, because she's so afraid that if she put too much garlic, people will say, well, you know, Koreans are eating nothing but garlic. That's okay. All right, that's it.
Yeah, that's
okay.
it.
All right.
So you can make at home. So simple.
Yeah, at least you make it very simple, right? All right. What are we doing next?
Next, I'm going to make that squid. Make
My
hot
favorite.
dish again.
My favorite.
I need that fire
Okay.
on.
This one is the squid or ikka stir fry. That's my favorite. It's ingredient.
Maybe I can use this one. I think
All right, that's okay.
this
괜찮아요.
pan is okay.
괜찮아요.
yeah, it's okay.
Basic ingredient, as you will
the-
see, is
how-
vegetables. Again,
And
zucchini,
we gotta cut the squid.
green the onion. You can even
Oh, this one no need to wash. I already just cleaned that one. So what
zucchini,
what you do is
onion.
you put
are you using carrot?
yeah, this one I'm
And
going to use.
also, what was that you're putting? Bamboo shoot, right?
Oh no, this is now that ginger.
Oh, ginger. Yeah, you can put the bamboo
Ginger,
shoot.
I gotta cut over there.
My wife sometimes use the to make a color come out,
And the
red or
Yeah.
yellow, bell pepper sliced it.
put a little bit cooking oil.
Whatever you want. Okay.
You know, put that cutting board more towards the right there,
Yeah.
and then the overhead, move the
To the right like
marinating
this. All
kalbi
right.
over this side, and then our overhead camera
Okay.
can zoom into that much
So I'm going to
better.
talk on the easy part. So you know that's where vegetables involved. Now, not that easy part, I guess, is preparing this ikka. Now, where did you get the ikka, by the way? Where did you buy it?
Buy from the second table. He says don't mention, so
Oh,
That's right.
seconds. Anyway, local.
Supermarket.
When we
Local
go supermarket, do they sell already prepared like this?
no,
clean?
I ask them clean for me.
Oh, then they will clean for you, so you don't have to mess with our bones and what have you. All right.
So you cut as like that because he
Okay.
want me to cut here, so I cut.
Of course. All right.
So, Youngki, do you do some cooking at home?
Well, don't you?
No.
You don't?
No, I only eat.
I love to cook. I argue with my wife all the time. She thinks she's a better cook than I am.
But the thing is, if you don't cook, don't complain.
All right.
So
Okay, now let me
enough,
see.
yeah?
What?
Enough.
Oh, you're putting.
little bit cooking oil,
Yeah.
and then
Some
I
onions,
see.
and then
or is that the ika? Oh, I see, the tentacles. Okay.
All right. Wow. So you putting ika first.
yeah,
And
and
then-
then where is the round onion?
Okay.
I already
Let me see what it goes a little. What do you have there?
I get the, I
Onion.
cut the onion
Okay. Sliced it.
Yeah, I
such a-
sliced.
되게 보이지 못하게.
like a little
Not
bit bigger,
so.
like a fat little bit.
All right. Let me see. Like this. All right. Just put it there.
Yeah. And I didn't cut one because I was going to show them how to cut.
No.
But I think they know.
How to cut onion. All right. Let me see what you got. All right. Let me see.
And then you can put the carrot in there. I was going to show them, but
Let me see. Let me see how you slice it.
slice like that.
I guess thinner the
cut
better, right? Thinner the better. All right. Everybody knows how to do that, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So much. And then what else we got? All the time you stir, right? Okay.
And then this one gotta be cooked first. And then you put some little bit. If you have a brown sugar, it's okay.
What is that?
It's
Sugar.
sugar.
All right.
Okay.
And then if you like a chili powder, you can put. I put
Gochujang.
gochujang sauce.
You put
Okay.
All right. Gochujang sauce in there. All right.
And then some garlic.
Of course.
Okay, some minced garlic.
Yes. If you like more, you can put more.
All right.
And
What about
Sesame
heat?
oil.
so sesame oil,
Okay.
and then
Some black
Jena, you do
little
it.
bit black pepper.
So basically, it's similar
Same.
ingredients, yeah? There's sesame seed oil, there's black pepper, there's a red pepper, there's onion, sesame seed, gochujang, rice.
I put
What else
the
you putting? Oh,
mushroom.
mushroom, and then zucchini,
zucchini. All right.
and then I put the bell pepper.
All right. Right. Just like I said, right? Okay.
I cut some, and then I was going to show them how to cut. Cut like this,
No. Same shape as
Julienne.
and then a green one I didn't cut because I like to show them.
Okay, you're going to demonstrate how to cut the.
Yes. Can you move this? This one can put over there. Open. Show them up there.
Oh, that way.
You can cut any way you like. If you want to cut thicker, you can cut thicker. You know.
So Youngki, didn't you folks celebrate a centennial recently?
That's right.
That was the
put it
centennial
away.
for the Koreans coming to Hawaii.
Right.
When was that?
That was in 1903. So last year, just past year, we celebrated the centennial. Of course, not only that is centennial for Koreans coming to Hawaii, that was the first, okay, before first immigration ever took place by Korean is to Hawaii. Subsequently, they went to Russia, China, and so on. Today it's all over the world, but they came to
First
Hawaii
immigrants
first.
came to Hawaii.
Yes, first immigration ever took place out of Korea was to Hawaii.
How did that happen?
That's to do with our history about sugar industry, and of course
I know that this
the Japan and Okinawa. Well, first of all, Chinese labor came 1887, followed by Japan and Chinese immigrants taking place about 1890s, followed by Korean immigration 1903, and of course Filipinos followed in 1918. So I'm sorry,
green onion.
1912.
Put some green onion.
So pretty soon we're going to have a centennial on Filipino centennials in Hawaii. So Hawaii has a really interesting history.
What about the Vietnamese?
Vietnamese are much later phenomenon after the Vietnam War. So Vietnamese doesn't arrive in Hawaii until well after 1971. It's much later coming. Jack, you are Nisei, Sansei?
Kibe Nisei.
Kibe Nisei.
Yeah.
Wow. So your parents are really mainland, right?
My father was a first-time immigrant, and my mother was born in the United States.
So your mother's side is how long does it go?
2 generations.
2
Jena,
generations.
you can turn off the stove, yeah.
I mean, no wonder Hawaii is a really melting pot, right? I mean,
Exactly.
most of the what year does the Portuguese come? Somewhere in 1890s.
You got
No?
me there.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
I always brag about Hawaii food in Hawaii, from to all my friends from mainland, what have you. And when we go to potluck, right? Nowhere in the USA, entire USA. Believe me, I've been living in New York, Texas, everywhere. Nowhere in the USA
Jena, 이거
has more colorful and diverse food as Hawaii. And mainlanders, of course, get all impressed. Now that looks pretty, is it pretty hot, spicy hot?
I think kind of spicy hot.
It is.
I don't know how salty it is, but kind of.
Do you think should they
Taste.
venture? Which
Yeah.
one do you think we should taste? Ika.
Anyone, anything. You can.
Okay, let me.
You can
You
put.
try
some-
one?
Oh, I didn't put this one.
What's that?
Put some
Sesame.
sesame.
Oh,
Sesame.
that's the decoration, right?
No,
No.
for the taste.
Oh.
I
Okay.
have carrot.
Carrot.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Let me see.
And then last one, japchae. We gotta boil
Yeah,
it.
all vegetarian or what? You gotta
We
try
gotta
Ika,
boil them.
right?
Boil the
You
this.
gotta try Ika? Oh, all
I
vegetarian.
need a big pot. Boil. Yeah. Hot, too hot.
It's hard
hot.
to find. Oh yeah, that's it.
Taste okay?
Tastes okay. Very good.
So like
Let's try Ika.
you can add like more soyu, more hot, anything.
Yeah, they're right there.
Kind of hard to taste. I don't taste it, so I don't know what taste to come out. You gonna add more garlic? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like me, I don't put much garlic. Just
Is it hot?
hot,
Not hot enough.
not hot enough.
I see. I told you they
Okay.
can take that.
You can always
There's
add
a-
some chili pepper afterwards.
Okay. Now this time, I'm going to make a japchae. Actually, this is a main dish. Like Korean people, like a kalbi, japchae is really main dish. Long rice. I brought this package. You can be able to buy from the Korean store, or you can buy this type. You go any market, they sell this one. Whatever you want
that
to boil.
transparent
Yeah.
rice noodles, right? It's a locally they call long rice. Okay, this is the ingredient. Basically, again, let me summarize quickly what is involved. Again, there will
I
be
gotta cut.
vegetable, finely cut vegetable,
Yeah, this one go
which
boil.
is basically stir fried first separately.
Cut this one and the
There
boil.
are some meat involved, finely chopped meat, again, are cooked separately. All the ingredients
And then
are
I gotta cut
basically
the,
cooked separately,
that
like a
spinach
stir
too.
fry.
I gotta boil the
And
spinach.
then what involved is that this so-called long rice are cooked in a very rapid fashion, hot boiling water, put in there, and make sure that, again, we cannot tell you exactly 2 minutes, 3 minutes. You have to kind of constantly check, make sure it's not too hard, soft. And as soon as it's soft, you have to take it out, immediately rinse it, cold water, and then once that's done,
Okay, enough.
there's a mixing involved.
boil.
All the pre-stir-fried vegetables with the long rice in it and different spices and so on. Will
You can put
mix it,
little bit,
and that
one
becomes
drop
a
the
japchae.
cooking
This
oil.
is not hot dish. No hot pepper involved. And local people love this japchae. Called a japchae means it's like a chop suey in Chinese. Okay, japchae. All right, you ready to go?
When
All right,
you
let's go.
boil the noodle, you can drop the one drop the cooking oil.
That's to prevent
Yeah.
sticking, right? Yeah, all right.
Only just cooking
All right.
vegetable oil. And
So
then,
you're cooking that first.
yeah, you gotta boil kaba you gotta boil until. And then also I need the spinach. I need the spinach boiled. So I show you once is water is boiled, kaba, you gotta boil more harder.
So you're gonna just dip it right quickly once boiled.
And then I wanna show them how I boil.
또 뭐 있어요?
That's all.
이거만
and no.
주문해?
And then I'm going to.
Okay. 그래서 you know what this is? 가마복구, right?
Yeah.
Fish 가마복구.
What I did is
Okay.
I cut the one piece of a New York steak.
Steak.
I slice and then put the garlic, ginger, and the sesame oil, sesame seed. So
like
I
you do
marinate.
kalbi, right?
I marinate it, but not pineapple in here.
Okay.
No pineapple.
That's New York steak, huh?
Yeah.
New York steak.
Tender.
Or you can use the chuck steak or whatever.
The better quality meat is better. Yeah? So you already marinated this,
Yeah,
right?
this one I gotta use a
Okay.
fry pan. Yeah. After then,
이거는 따로따로 하는 걸 가르쳐주세요. What else are you going to put beside the spinach?
after I put spinach and then I read everything.
Do you need?
This one,
다 꺼내놓으세요.
this one I brought this package.
Oh, I know what this is.
I brought this one package because this is 2 different mushroom.
Oh,
I soaked it
shiitake.
about 1 hour and a half. This one I put the whole package. This one I only take some.
The shiitake mushroom, right?
Yeah. And then main thing is
What's
you
the
gotta
other
put
one
this one.
called?
You have to put this one.
Fungus.
Black fungus.
You have to put this mushroom.
This is it, right?
Yeah, so I soak it about hour and a
What
half.
they call elephant ear, yeah, mushroom.
And then
슬슬
I didn't cut.
가만히 있어요. 이거를 how long did you soak this?
About hour and a half.
Hour and a half in cold water. Okay, became like this.
And then
All right.
you can cut a little bit now because
All right.
too
you
big.
can-
So
all right. So you're gonna cut this generous portion of the elephant ear mushroom called a fungus
okay,
mushroom.
you put the and then
All right.
it's a boiling water. I put the spinach. I washed already spinach. You just put.
Okay, that,
So actually simple, you know. Like this, you turn over as like a watercress, the same thing. Huh?
Yeah.
Like this.
It takes what? 10, 15 seconds, yeah?
Then already cook it.
And
then this
besides,
one
you don't
turn
want to overcook it.
No,
right?
this
Killed all the
turn over.
vitamins. So
This one turn over.
15 seconds maybe.
Okay, like this.
All right.
So simple.
So
Youngki,
simple.
they have spinach in Korea.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
And then ice water over here. Ice water.
Okay, as soon as
Okay, I
you
see.
put it in the hot
I need that.
water, then
Where
you
is
kind
the
of quickly put it in
what?
Hot water to
ice
preserve the ice
Yeah,
water.
ice.
Basically to preserve, not only cooling down, but basically to preserve the color too.
stops the cooking, right?
And then this one throw away.
In fact,
Like
those
this.
of you who want to try
This is
spinach namul,
so
do the same
simple.
thing. All you need is the same ingredient we showed you, right? How
And
to
the
make
same
that
thing I
thing.
showed you.
All right.
And then, okay.
Can I just cut this?
And you
Yeah,
squeeze
cut
the
it bigger?
water out of the spinach.
This only spinach and then this one you gotta make with the same as I already made. Yeah. You can use.
Local people love this japchae,
Yeah.
yeah? They go, I think locally, K's restaurant or something, they, every Friday they serve
You
japchae, but
In the fry pan, this one I gotta cook.
don't come to my house. Go someplace else. Okay, so I cut this.
And then you
Kamaboku,
cut
alright.
all that. And also I didn't cut because I was going to show them
What is it?
this one.
Oh, that's
You
fungus,
cut, yeah.
right?
No, this is fungus. This is a shintak.
Oh, shiitake, yeah, okay.
Okay.
So how much of each do you put?
This one.
Well,
As much as people like
Well,
to? Or
Oh, yeah,
some people like that.
Some people
put
they
some
like,
more.
so you can put more.
Oil
But
first.
no need oil because
Okay.
this one already in the oil. So.
Okay, so what Jena is doing, as I explained to you, is trying to cook that separately. Yeah? Cook the meat out. You're gonna slightly cook this thing too, right?
Yeah, this one
okay.
I'm gonna cook. I showed.
separately, yeah.
I show them.
So this japchae is a little bit involved because you have to prepare all the vegetables and you have to stir fry separately all the ingredients, including that long rice, and waiting for it. We're gonna all put together.
But
Yeah, and mix it.
when
All right.
fingers,
do
this
you
one, no, this one mushroom, this one mushroom, inside it like a hot pot throw away because sometimes you get the dirt inside. So
Oh, okay.
like this kind throw away.
You gotta kind of watch.
Yeah, gotta watch.
Yeah, okay.
Everything, make sure. This boil already?
yes.
Good.
That's ready.
Then,
Almost.
You done already?
so what she's doing is making sure
Make
that
sure
it's
this
done,
one.
right?
Excuse me. Little more.
Ah, that's the way to do it. Little more.
That's what I call cooking with feeling. You feel and you see and you smell.
And then you gotta cut this
Right.
one.
And of course, if you do that enough, right, you don't have to even taste, I'm sure.
Okay, now you got some fish cake.
Yeah, fish cake. Actually, this one fish
get
cake, you
done,
can put the over the squid too. I forgot.
So you could have put some fish cake on the
in the squid.
the ika.
Yes, please.
Okay. So the ika stir fry, you can kind of top it with
Yeah,
some chopped up kamabuko
Yeah.
fish cake.
Right. 저 시간이 없다 그래갖고.
So they make fish cake like that in Korea too.
Yes.
We have.
I thought that was only from Japan, but
Well, some of the Japanese influence on Korean was during the Japanese occupation
And then
in Korea, right? 36 years.
I see.
little more.
From 1919 to 1946,
Okay, this one we
Japan
do.
occupied
Screen and
Korea,
the
Manchuria,
cold water. I
going back to history. So some of the food like a tempura were introduced in Korea. Any kind of deep frying
This one.
dish were introduced to Korea from Japan.
I see.
It's also interesting to note that China and Korea,
turn off the stove?
the deep
turn off.
frying,
low. It's
shall we
okay.
say, the method was not well used and now adopted.
Let me just.
But Japan is the one developing this deep fried fish or whatever. So the tempura is developed there. And then it reversed, came back to Korea. Even today, you go China, not much of a deep fried, not too much of deep fried dish.
And then you you gotta cut some.
Chinese foods are steamed. right?
Steamed, yeah, even fish are steamed. Not much of deep fried.
주레인 데 거라. And
As
then
a
once you
whole,
cook the meat,
Korean dishes are very healthy. It looks like you use a lot of vegetables.
Vegetables.
I need
I'm
this.
type 2 diabetes. You know what type 2 is? I'm not insulin dependent, but first stage of the diabetes. And my doctor, Dr. Tasuno, always tells me, you know, you gotta, of course, watch your diet, you gotta do exercise and so on, right? Typical advice. But it's just, you know, for you, it should be
turn off
easier
the-
because I always recommend to my diabetes patients to convert your diet to
off
Korean
everything.
food. Eat lots of kimchi, vegetables. So it should be natural. Yeah?
I think both Korean food and Filipino food has a lot of vegetables.
And Vietnamese.
This-
Vietnamese
this-
also. I see.
Actually, this one you gotta rinse one time with the cold water.
Here we go. Yeah, it's hot. Yeah.
And then if you get at home, you can use the scissors with that cut, no? Noodle is too long.
Yeah.
I see. Make it
Scissor
a
will be
little
easier.
easier
My,
to
my
eat.
glove is all run out.
Yes.
No more nothing. Yeah. First of all,
Alright.
you cook long rice first, and then
drain
only
this,
put
right?
Yeah, drain
So
the
no water
water.
in there.
With only kikuman soy because I like a darker color.
Okay, soy sauce.
Darker color.
저도 좀
어,
use a
use,
yeah,
okay.
please.
Okay.
Because that's very critical. All right. You used what, half
No,
ounce, 6
no.
ounce of the noodle, right?
I don't know.
뭐죠?
I didn't see that.
Youngki, you'll get me the recipe.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah.
Right.
이거 하나.
No, I
Pan?
used the big one, other package. I didn't boil this one. I
Okay.
boiled something else.
Okay, half of that. All right. So,
So actually, this is a 4 spoon I put.
3/4
soy.
pound. Okay.
Okay.
At least you gotta put the 5, maybe 6
6 tablespoons
Tablespoon
of
shoyu.
soy
Soyu,
sauce.
잠깐만. Okay.
kikuman
Okay.
because I like it's a darker color. And then little bit sesame oil,
Okay.
maybe 1.5,
1.5 tablespoon. Okay.
and then
No garlic?
Not
No
this
garlic.
one, no garlic yet.
Okay.
And then sesame seed.
All right.
So it appears
Maybe-
that Korean food, you use a lot of sesame oil
Yeah.
and sesame
Sesame seed.
seed.
That's what we do. Okay.
Again, I think it's a culturally
And then little bit
determined.
pepper.
Okay, some black pepper.
No, pepper no can even measure.
To taste.
How many sheeps? Okay.
But to me, it's I think a little
All right.
bit not enough for. And then here, Jena, you fry this one too.
Okay.
So after you blanch the spinach and put it in cold water,
Yeah,
then you
and I So
squeeze
this one,
the water out.
this one same way as like that little bit garlic.
You squeeze the water out.
Yeah,
right?
water out.
Okay.
So how green it is because as long as you put it in the ice water, so
I
green.
see.
I have to fry this too.
Oh yeah, fry. And then
Again,
sesame seed and the salt. You gotta put little bit
A little
salt.
bit of salt. Okay.
Spoon. Little bit salt, huh? And a little bit sesame oil,
Sesame
little
oil.
bit because already here
Put that in there.
I
yeah.
already put.
All right.
Did I put?
Ask them.
Did I put? After then, this one you gotta
So
Little bit
exactly
carrot.
4.5 rotation, 362
little
degrees.
bit
Okay?
carrot. You gotta cook.
Scientific cooking. All right. Are you gonna put that in there? All right.
Where is the meat?
How many times you got bang? 3 times?
No, not yet. This you take it out. You gotta cook
그렇게 하면 안
separate.
되는데. 맛 보여줘야 하는데. Wait a minute. Before you do that, you had a marinated beef, right? You put the 2 different mushrooms and you stir fried, and then you're adding to that
But
right now.
at home you can make actually separate mushroom and then
Yeah.
meat. But today I just
Today
not
we
enough time.
running
that's
out of
why I
time,
made-
right? So you mix
So
the
I
whole
made
thing.
it like that.
So you're gonna taste a little bit less, right?
Supposed to be good. And then here little bit carrot and then round onion. You gotta fry it some
I
round
mean,
onion.
stir fry again, right?
Again.
But folks, as I told you, it's going to be a little bit involved. It takes a little bit of time. But of course, that's what the culinary art is. It's art,
That's
right?
right.
Take time. And of course,
Cut half
Well,
like
like they
this.
say, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Little bit cooking
Right,
oil.
right.
Cooking oil. Little bit cooking oil.
More?
Little bit.
I'm more interested in the historical development of food. You know, we use lots of sesame seeds, sesame oil, not because, I think we developed the taste because animal fat simply was not available all those days because animal fat means you have to have a lot of dairy products, right? There's no such a thing milk, no such a thing as cheese, no such a thing as thing until well into 20th century. So whatever oil that they have developed gotta be based on the vegetable oil, and that's why I think it's really healthy. And
That sesame oil is very tasty.
yes, and all soybean oil. There are two types: soybean oil or sesame seed oil. It's very popular in Asia, simply because they do not have too much corn. So the corn oil, of course, does not come until Western culture is being introduced.
When
Okay.
you cook that the vegetable, you can put little bit salt, yeah? Little bit salt.
So this is not ready yet, right? Actually,
Not yet.
you gotta still get to stir
Just
fry some
ready,
vegetables.
but only thing, so you gotta add on.
Onions and carrots.
Right now, onion and carrots to add salt.
Sugar, I already add on to that meat, so I'm not going to add on the sugar.
I see.
No sugar.
See, some people like this little bit sweet side.
Some people if
don't.
you like, but I already put the sugar in the meat. Actually, you don't need it.
You know, this japchae, I hope
Ton of
everybody, all this class will have a chance to taste it. It's really good. In case you never taste this japchae.
Okay, so what to this? If you like the sesame oil, you can. If this is a cooking oil, little bit cooking oil, I already cooked.
이거 섞어요.
Yeah.
Then the vegetables
And then,
go right on top.
No.
And the
it's supposed to
vegetable
be-
right, because like a
섞어야지.
mix,
And then you mix it. I see.
you can mix
Do you put this
later.
later? Okay.
Because I like a steak, green.
Yeah, I like that long rice. That looks like a real tasty dish there.
But to me, I think a little more soy though. But we need a little more soy. Then
If you guys have high blood pressure, stay away from sugar. Okay.
And then you top it up with the spinach.
이거를 여기다가 쏟아가지고 섞어보세요. 섞어보세요. 맛있게.
he like it mix it, but I run out the glove.
Basically,
I can use.
it's kind of awesome, awkward, yeah? What we should do is dump the whole thing in there,
And then you can
mix it
mix
very
up.
well.
Yeah, but
yeah?
same
And
thing
then-
doesn't matter.
okay.
Like as long as when you eat, you pick what you like. No, doesn't matter.
Now, everybody saw how it's done.
I
After
like
it's done, I'm
everything
going to dump
looks
it.
so that's nice, pretty.
Wait a minute. You know what, Susan? Look at over there. See that? Over there?
You wanna mix?
Now watch this now. Okay, this is how I help my wife. You see that big tool? I go like this.
You got to
Sure,
do it on
all
that
the-
side so the overhead can.
Huh?
There you go.
Yeah, all the ingredients are very well mixed. And of course, if she has a glove, she's
I
going to do that
think
with that.
next
Huh?
time better to he cook. I'm the MC.
Hey, that looks now you taste this. That's good, you know. Is that everything in there?
Yeah, so just put it
Okay,
there.
now I can put it back.
You see, no matter what he did, same thing come out.
All right.
You know, do we have some chopsticks?
I'm going to
You
have
keep
some
saying that, why don't you
chopsticks later
bring
on.
some
Yeah, they
chopsticks?
can. Yeah, they can all taste
bring
that later
some
on. Yeah.
chopsticks.
I have chopsticks and I have plates.
Yeah, bring for them, please.
Yeah, I
they
will
can have
after.
some.
We still
Not only
got.
aesthetically pretty, but colorful. And
You
it
see,
tastes
even
very
though you
good.
mix it, come out same thing. How I put
Yeah,
it, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So
그게 아니라 전 맛이 배야지.
That is our last.
So
dish.
this is the last. This is japchae today, and
We'll go to question and answers then.
yeah. Don't ask me whether we should stir or.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Youngki and
Thank you.
Sun-san and Jena for
Thank you, Jena.
thank you for help us.
preparing these dishes for us. And we've come
They
to
were
that
fun?
portion of the
Oh, yeah.
class where those of
Jena
you in
had
the
fun.
viewing audience and, of course, those of
Did you?
here in the classroom
was
can
kinda
ask
hot.
questions. And the phone numbers are on the screen, 7726 and 9619046. So if you have any questions about Korean cooking, please give us a call. We have the experts here. And while we wait for some phone calls, do we have any questions from our classroom? I told you folks to jot some questions down. Maybe we can get our camera to pan in on our students who are eager to ask questions this evening. And for those of you who just joined us, you're watching Agriculture 194C, Focus on Agriculture. And we are coming to you live this evening from the television studios located in the Mookini Library here on the University of Hawaii Hilo campus. And we have our first caller, so could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please.
Hi,
Hi, where are you calling
I'm from Kona.
Okay, your question?
Yeah, my question was, what was the mushroom that they used in the last dish?
Okay, Youngki, you want to explain about the mushrooms used in the long rice dish?
Yeah, the japchae, we use two different type of mushroom. One is what Japanese call the shiitake. It's a dried mushroom. It's readily available in any store. The other one is shown here as what they call Chinese mushroom, what locally called the elephant mushroom, because it's a mushroom itself, the fungus is so huge. And this fungus is elephant mushroom. Remember now, gotta be put in the water at least an hour and a half before you start cooking.
Does that answer the question from Kona?
Yes. Another thing too is, did they use any type of meat in there, or?
Oh, beef.
They use New York State that's been finely
I
chopped
use
and
New York.
marinated.
Okay. Okay.
The meat,
Thank you.
the
That-
meat that
that
you
looks
use,
very
you can
good.
chop it and marinate just like you would prepare the kalbi. And then you stir fry separately before you mix it with other vegetables.
Okay, well, thank you for
Thank you.
calling from Kona. We have two callers on the line. Will the first caller let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
I'm calling from Kamoela,
Okay.
and I'm interested in finding out what kind of marinade she used to marinate the beef.
Okay, Youngki, can you go over the marinade for the New York steak? Or did
You mean for
want
the kalbi or which one are you talking about?
No, japchae.
Oh,
Yeah.
japchae. Oh, yeah. Basically, when you marinate the beef for japchae, the same ingredients as the we use in kalbi.
No, not same. It's kalbi. I put the pineapple. This one I didn't put
No,
pineapple.
except pineapple. So, but basically same ingredients, and you
No, not
marinate
honey
right
too. I didn't put honey also.
그러면 미선
이거
먹다가
붓다.
저거 하세요. 첫 번째 나무 아니라 그러면 그 이상이 되니까
아니 근데 갈비하고 그건 틀리지.
slightly different.
Different.
Okay, but you're going to
And
get me the
also, Mr.
recipes, right?
Fujii, I would like to know, can we use shiitake mushroom instead of the elephant ears?
I think you have to use both of them for both the
Oh,
flavors.
both of them, okay.
No, you don't have to. No, you just use one type. But normally we do. We use both of them.
Well, what the Sun is saying is whatever we can
Doesn't
get. If you can get both, it will be better. But if you don't have, then you can also just use one type.
And the other dish that I seen she make with, it was with the squid.
Yes.
How do you season that? What kind of season did you cook it in?
I use a Korean hot miso, gochujang sauce, season.
I thought-
She wanted the season that squid season.
What are all the different seasonings you put in
Oh,
the...
Yeah, do you pre-cook the squid before you saute it with the vegetable?
I cook right here was no. I cook the
Oh.
squid with ginger. I put the ginger first. You cook. You can put some garlic, and then little bit sesame oil, and then Korean hot miso, soyu, sugar, black pepper. Things like that.
Okay, thank you.
You welcome.
Okay, well, thank you
Bye.
for calling from Kamoela. And we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Hi, I'm calling from Hilo.
Okay.
I wanted to know what the name of the last dish was.
The last dish, what was that, Youngki?
It's called a japchae, Japachae, japchae. It's
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you for calling. And we do not have any callers, so I'm looking in the classroom if we have any questions. Do we have any questions from the classroom? No questions from the classroom. For those of you who just joined us, you're watching Agriculture 194C, Focus on Agriculture, and this evening we're featuring the Big Island Korean Club. And we have with us here tonight Professor Youngki Hahn of the Economics Department here at the University of Hawaii at Hilo, and Soon-san Morita and Jena Lim, who have prepared several dishes for us. And while we wait for some phone calls, maybe we can get the overhead camera to go over some of the dishes here, and then, oh, we have a question back here. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to ask you if you could go over the dishes with us again so that we can get the recipes down. If you
name
could.
of the dishes.
Yeah, the name of the dishes.
Okay. First one we prepared, remember we prepared 3 different kinds of namul, and this one is bean sprout, green bean sprout namul. Okay?
No.
Okay.
Youngki, maybe just leave it down there, and
All
then
right,
the
just-
overhead camera,
Oh,
just point,
we have over. All right.
just point to it.
Yeah, next one is the soybean sprout. Soybean sprout namul.
Overhead camera can zoom in onto
Right.
that.
And this dish right there was a cucumber. Remember cucumber namul dish? No, that's what we did. That 3 made the namul group. Next one we did was kalbi, marinated short rib, right? And then we followed with what? Ika stir fried, right? Right there.
Oh, there I see.
Ika stir fried, right? And the last one we did was japchae. Is that?
Okay.
Okay, we have 2 callers on the line now, so we'll take the first caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from, and go ahead with the question, please.
Hi, I'm calling from the Big Island,
Okay,
and I'm wondering about that squid dish.
the squid dish.
And my question is whether or not you could use octopus instead.
Okay, Youngki.
Yeah, you know, if you can get it, it will be in fact better, as far as I'm concerned. But this ika can be either done by ika or squid or baby squid. There are all different types of squid and ika. All those is a good candidate.
Octopus is too hard.
Awesome.
Susan thinks the octopus is a little tough side, but if it's too tough, I think you should put some salt and marinate, and then let it soak it for 2 days, and then do it. There will be
No,
that's the way to do it.
doesn't taste good right now.
Okay, I think we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from, and go ahead with the question, please.
Hi, Dr. Fujii. This is Pat.
Oh, from Honolulu.
Tell
Okay,
Dr. Youngki if he wants to come and do some catering for me.
What was that now?
that's Pat. Remember Pat from the library, Youngki?
Yeah.
Pat from Honolulu.
Yeah, I remember you,
Dr.
Pat.
Hahn.
You didn't know I was a good cook, did you?
No, I didn't. You want to cook for me?
Yeah, first you come over, and I'll invite you to my house, and maybe Mrs. Morita can cook for us.
No, I go to be MC.
I do the cooking, right?
He's going to.
You're still the same old guy. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, well, thank you very much for calling, Pat from Honolulu. And we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from, and go ahead with the question, please.
I'm calling from Hilo,
Okay, and your question.
and I wanted to, the kalbi dish, after you finish marinating it, how do you cook it?
Okay, Youngki, can you folks go over how to prepare the kalbi?
You go ahead. You go ahead. Go ahead.
You soak it one day before you cook. You can cook on top the charcoal.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, does that answer the question?
Taste is good,
Yeah,
so.
thank you.
Okay, well, thank you for calling from Hilo, and we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Hi, I'm calling from Nanakuri,
Okay.
and my favorite Korean dish is meat jan with the shoyu dip. Is it a difficult thing to prepare?
What was that dish again?
Meatjan. It's called a meatjan, which is also.
Jan with the
Right.
shoyu dip. Is
You
it
know,
hard to
you know answer
prepare?
how to make a meatjan?
Meatjan, you just marinate like a soy, sugar, like a sesame oil, sesame seed, garlic. You marinate. You have to put the cornstarch or you get the Korean style. They have like a puchimgaru already mix that flour. You just put and then you gotta. I think you gotta dip the egg first. You broke the egg. You dip first and then you put the cornstarch and then you fry.
Oh,
Not so much frying, but saute, yeah? That's the difference between frying and
you can
saute.
use
Yeah. Chun is usually saute, not the frying.
so you can use like cornstarch to marinate the meat to like.
No,
Basically, you marinate, marinate everything ready, and then just before you stir cook, you dip that
Egg
into
first.
raw egg,
and then,
and then
you put the cornstarch
into the
or
cornstarch
puchimgaru.
so that they will stick together. The reason you put the egg is so that the cornstarch will stick together to the meat. And then you saute
Right.
that. Yeah? That's called a chun. Saute that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you for calling from Nanakuli there on the leeward side of Oahu. And we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Hi, I'm calling from Kona.
Okay, and your question.
I was wondering from the last dish that you guys made, is there a difference from the Kikkoman shoyu and the other shoyu?
Kikkoman, I use the Kikkoman is for the color because of darker color. Normally, I use the club soy, but only that the long rice I use the Kikkoman soy.
It's more like, you can use any shoyu,
Yeah,
except
any shoyu.
Kikkoman has a little better color, so
Dark color, so I
we're
use
using
dark.
Kikkoman.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you for calling, and we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, where are you calling from?
Yes, I'm calling from Waipahu.
Okay,
Honolulu.
and your question?
I just had a question in regards to the chapje.
Okay.
I know somebody called about the marinade for the New York steak, but I still wanted to hear it from the lady because he didn't give her a chance to say what she marinated.
Okay,
please hear
we'll
her
let the
answer?
ladies explain how they make the marinade for the meat.
Okay, you can use the New York steak or chuck steak, whatever you like, and then you cut it. You put the I put the 2 pieces of ginger and then some garlic and then soyu, sugar, and then sesame seed, sesame oil. You mix. So you soak it maybe about 1 hour before you cook. I already marinate before I come. And then
About how much pound meat was that?
you mean only I use 1 piece.
1 piece meat.
1 piece meat. You slice 1 piece meat, cut it away, the side, the fat, cut it away, and then you cut slice. You cut how you like it.
Okay, so shoyu maybe about.
So you maybe about 2 tablespoons.
Uh-huh.
And
And
then
sugar
a little bit
about-
sugar, brown sugar, maybe half tablespoon. And then ginger, you put how much you like I put only 2 pieces. You can put some garlic, maybe at least 3 pieces.
Okay, does that answer the question?
Oh, yes. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, thank you for calling. And we have another question here from the classroom, so go ahead with the question. And just let go of the, there you go, go ahead.
On the japchae, or whatever it's called, the long rice noodle plate, is it possible to use some type of seafood instead of beef or steak?
Japchae, normally we only use the beef, but I guess you can use the seafood. Like squid, you can use the other seafood, fine, but japchae normally we always mix with meat, beef.
Try that. If it's good, let me know. But traditionally,
But
beef,
I want you to taste this one. Your people, I want you to taste.
Okay, does that answer the question? Okay, we have another caller, so we'll take the caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Hello?
Yes, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Hilo.
Okay.
You know that bean paste you put inside? It's hot. The red one.
Oh,
The red
squid.
paste?
Yeah.
Oh, gochujang sauce. This is
What is that?
this is hot sauce. Gochujang hot sauce paste. Gochujang sauce.
Oh, okay.
When you go Korean store, they have.
The Korean store.
That hot sauce.
Oh, okay.
When you tell them hot sauce, they know.
And how much do you put in the dish?
How much I put?
Yeah.
I put, I think, about one table and 1.5 I put, no? Normally you saw that. I put the 1 big tablespoon and half more, so 1.5.
The big spoon.
Yeah, big,
okay.
big spoon.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, for those of you who just joined us, you're watching Agriculture 194C, Focus on Agriculture, and we have about another minute for questions. We are coming to you live, and the phone numbers are on the screen, 974-7726 and 961-9046. And if you have any questions in regards to Korean cooking, please give us a call. We have the experts here tonight. And in the meantime, do we have any questions from the classroom? Please, the classroom's not giving me any help tonight. Okay, Youngki, maybe if we can have the overhead camera. We have another phone caller, I believe. Could you let us know where you're calling from? Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please? Hello, you're on the air.
From Kauai.
Kauai.
calling
Okay,
from
go ahead.
Kauai.
What is your question?
I just want to know the ingredients when you use for the kalbi ribs.
Okay, the kalbi in your question.
I just want to know the ingredients.
Oh, the ingredients. Okay, can you folks go over the ingredients for the kalbi?
Okay. I use the soyu. I use club soyu and the honey and the black pepper, garlic, little bit ginger, and then black peppers. Sesame oil and sesame seed. Pineapple. Don't forget the pineapple. But what you do is you use the garlic and the round onion with the pineapple juice. You gotta blend. And then fruit you just can put it in there.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to cut you off because we've run out of time. I would like to thank
You're
the
welcome.
Big Island Korean Club for joining us this evening, especially Youngki Hahn and Son Morita and Jen Lim. Thank you very much, and we hope you'll join us next Thursday evening when we have the County of Hawaii Fire Department.
Thank you.
시간 너무 맞췄네. 좀 덥더라고. 좀 덥더라고.
We need some for your face.
이제 맛이 어떤가는 모르지만.